In this episode of Pop Culture Weekly, it's all about the Friday the 13th franchise. Amanda Baez comes back. Let's go.
Welcome to Pop Culture Weekly with Kyle McMahon from iHeartRadio. Your pop culture news, views, reviews, and celebrity interviews on all the movies, TV, music, and pop culture you crave weekly. Here's Kyle McMahon.
Hello, and welcome to Pop Culture Weekly with Kyle McMahon. I, of course, am Kyle McMahon, and I thank you once again for tuning in to another episode of iHeartRadio's Pop Culture Weekly. And I'm really excited because we're recording this on Friday the 13th. And Amanda, my friend Amanda, is back once again. Welcome back.
Thank you.
And we are both huge Friday the 13th fans.
Massive.
So this is great for us. Mm-hmm. This is like our day. And there's another Friday the 13th day coming in December.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What?
So I think it happens 3 times this year.
3 times?
Yeah.
When was the first?
Like March or something? I don't know. I'm bad at that. But obviously this is the second one, and then the third is in December. I was told by our friend Krista Cooper yesterday that Friday the 13th happen when the calendar starts on a Sunday for that month.
Yeah, I vaguely remember her saying something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know
if that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, me either. And, you know, our producer would normally look it up, but I don't have a producer. But let's see. And it did start on a Sunday this month. Mm-hmm. And December actually starts on a Sunday, December 1st.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, so maybe it's right. Who knows? But are you ready to jump in?
Yeah.
All right, let's jump in. So we're going to start with What's Out This Week? So, what's out this week in singles? The Weeknd, who I absolutely love. He has a new single called Dancing in the Flame, which, have you heard it yet?
Was that what you were playing
earlier? Yeah.
I heard that.
Yeah. It is so good. I love it. And we're going to talk about this actually in a moment. But his new video for Dancing in the Flame was entirely filmed on an iPhone 16 Pro Max.
Way.
Yeah. And the video is really, really cool. So I love The Weeknd. And then Beautiful Day by Mike Posner, who I adore as a artist, as a songwriter, as a producer, as a poet, as a person. He's an amazing person. You can listen to my interview with Mike Posner. We had a 45-minute sit down last year or so, and the song is just inspiring and happy and catchy, and it's just everything I love about Mike Posner. Mm-hmm. So that's out. Then in albums, Miranda Lambert has her new album, Postcards from Texas. Eminem has released a new version of the Death of Slim Shady Coup de Grace album.
I remember we talked about that.
Yeah, when it came out.
Yeah.
So this is the expanded Mourners edition.
Oh. And
the expanded Mourners edition features 4 new tracks. 1 is a skit. And then 3 songs. Fuel, the Shady edition, featuring West Side, Boogie, and Grip. Like My with 15 After. And the song Kyrie and Luca with 2 Chainz. So I'm a big Eminem fan. Marshall Mathers, Slim Shady. So I think I already did add it to my, music library. Mm-hmm. So I'm excited to jump into those. And then Auntie Yolanda Adams, who is a legendary gospel singer. I've had her on the show numerous times. I call her Auntie Yolanda. I love her so much. Her new album, Sunny Days, is out. It is her first album in 13 years.
Whoa.
Yeah. And she is when I tell you she's a legend, she is a legend. I mean, first of all, she hosts her own nationally syndicated morning gospel show. She's one of the best-selling gospel artists of all time with, over 15 million albums sold. She has multiple multi-platinum albums. She's won 4 Grammys, 4 Dove Awards, 5 BET Awards, 6 NAACP Image Awards, 6 Soul Train Music Awards, 16 Stellar Awards, 2 BMI Awards, and she's the first gospel artist ever to win an American Music Award. She is so amazing.
That sounds incredible.
Yeah, she's literally a legend. She was named by Billboard in 2009 as the Gospel Artist of the Decade.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. President Obama awarded her with the Presidential the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award for her volunteer service. She was inducted into the Gospel Music Hall of Fame in 2017. I mean, she's just a legend, and she's my Auntie Yo. So
Auntie Yo.
She is. I love her so much. And so, Auntie, come back. We got to get you on the show to talk about your first new album in 13 years. It's crazy. Sunny Days. So anyway, that's out. In movies, Speak No Evil, which is a Blumhouse movie.
Ooh, I want to see that movie so bad.
Yeah, with James McAvoy.
Yes.
I feel like I've seen trailers for this.
I have.
Like every day for the last 10 years. But
yes.
It hasn't been like that. It hasn't been that long. But yeah, I want to see it really, really badly as well.
It looks so good.
It really does. And I love James McAvoy. I love Blumhouse. Mm-hmm. Like you just can't go wrong with either of those.
Yeah.
Then The Killer's Game with Dave Bautista.
Oh, I want to see that one too.
Yeah, that looks great.
Isn't that based off of a book?
I think so.
Yeah. I saw the trailer to it, I think, this weekend when I went to the movies.
Yeah.
And it looked really interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like fun and funny and thrillery and actiony. Yeah. And then one of my favorite directors, Kevin Smith. Do you know who he is?
No.
Of course not.
Listen.
He has done Clerks, Mallrats, Chasing Amy, Clerks 2, Clerks 3. He's got incredible film. I literally love all of his work. He has a film called The 4:30 Movie that is out today, right now, that is kind of an ode to being a movie-loving teenager in the 80s. Mm-hmm. So as a movie lover, I obviously want to see it anyway. As a Kevin Smith fan, I want to see it. And then I love like nostalgia movies. So like it takes place in the 80s. So I love movies like that. Mm-hmm. So I'm on board for all of it. Mm-hmm. So I can't wait to see that. Then on streaming, have you heard of this film called Uglies?
Uglies? Yes, I have.
Or is it yeah, it's a film, right?
Is it or a show?
Or is it a show? Yeah, where like all of them, once you turn 16, you like have to get plastic surgery or something
like that.
Yeah.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, that looks super interesting. It could either be horrendous or awesome. Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like there's no middle ground. Like, nobody's going to watch it and be like, nah.
I think for a topic like that, it's either a hit or miss.
Yeah.
You're either going to nail it or you're going to butcher it.
Exactly. It is a movie, actually.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. So the byline is, in a futuristic dystopia with enforced beauty standards, a teen awaiting mandatory cosmetic surgery embarks on a journey to find her missing friend. And it stars Joey King and Laverne Cox. It looks pretty interesting. Mm-hmm. So I'll check that out at some point. And then How to Die Alone on Hulu, which is, that looks really cool as well. Then, like, what's out this week, this is technically a pre-order, but going back to the weekend with Dancing in the Flames, the new iPhones.
Oh, I saw that. They have new colors.
Well, and totally new phones and everything. I mean, besides the colors.
Well, I like the colors. I focus on the colors when they come out.
Really?
Yes. Oh. Well, and the camera features.
Yeah.
The colors.
Yes. So I got up at the butt crack of dawn this morning to do my pre-order. So I have my iPhone 16 Pro Max coming next Friday.
Ooh.
Yeah. I always get the new iPhone. I love it.
You're one of those people.
I am.
Yeah.
Every year.
No shame.
Nope. Every year I've gotten the new iPhone since the very first one.
Oh my goodness. It's like a tradition.
It is. Yep. So I'm excited about that. All right. What we watched this week. So I watched a couple of things. I saw a screener yesterday of this upcoming documentary called Superman, the Christopher Reeve story. Mm-hmm. And I was crying in the theater. It is incredible. I'm going to be talking with Christopher Reeve's children on upcoming episode of Pop Culture Weekly. And I was just bawling.
Really?
Literally bawling in the theater.
Was it sad?
So I don't know if you're familiar with Christopher Reeve, but he was Superman, like the original Superman.
Yes.
So he did like 4 movies, and from seeing, I mean, I was too young, like when this all happened, but from watching the documentary, everybody saw him as Superman.
Yeah.
And then he got in a horrendous freak accident with the horse.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Wasn't he paralyzed?
Yes.
Yeah. From, was it the neck down?
Neck down. Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And could not breathe on his own. I mean, you go from literally being Superman to breathing by a machine.
Yeah.
I mean, it was heartbreaking. And then, oh my God. Anyway, yeah, it is really good. It will have a limited release in theaters, and then it'll be available on Max. And I highly recommend everybody sees that. It is amazing. I also saw Beetlejuice. Did you see it?
I haven't. I'm scheduled to see it this weekend.
Okay.
I have my ticket and everything.
Okay. It is so good.
It is. I actually rewatched Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
2 days ago.
I should have done that.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
Well, I had never seen it.
You've never seen
Kyle.
Beetlejuice?
Here you go. Listen, okay. I have no excuse.
I know.
But
add that to your list of movies that I gave you.
yeah. But I watched it and I liked it. It was really good.
Yeah.
But the ending kind of pissed me off.
Well, this is, for me anyway, this like is just a continuation. Like, you know how some movies, like some sequels are like, they tried.
Yeah.
This is like, for me anyway, I feel like I'm right back in that world.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So, and Tim Burton, who is one of my favorites
I love him.
ever, obviously directed it and everything. And it's just, I just loved it so much.
Yeah, I'm so excited to see it because I see so many like records that it's breaking.
Yeah.
And it has such good reviews.
Yeah.
And it's like making me so amped up to see it.
Yeah. It is so good.
Yeah.
We both watched something this week, which we'll talk about in a second. But besides that,
Yeah.
what else have you, what did you watch this week?
So I watched Beetlejuice this week. I watched Twisters.
Oh.
I hadn't seen it, so I finally got a chance to see it.
Did you love it?
Yeah, it was okay.
Okay.
It was okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, here's my thing with Twisters.
Okay.
I wanted the tornadoes to be more dramatic. I wanted it to be more, like, I wanted them to be bigger. And I did like the storyline with Kate
Yeah.
and, you know,
Excuse
what
me.
was his name? The main character, Glenn Powell's character.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name. But I did like that storyline about how, you know, it starts off with an EF5 and, you know, it kind of goes into like her feelings about it and everything. So I thought that was pretty interesting to see her go from going through PTSD to branching out of her shell and realizing, you know, this is really her passion.
Right.
So I did like that. But I guess my only complaint was the tornadoes. They were just so small compared to the first movie.
You wanted big destruction.
Oh, I wanted like the towns upside down, and I wanted like cows flying again.
Yeah.
But the storyline was pretty good.
Yeah.
It's just my only complaint was the tornadoes were just such babies. They were very skinny. They were very skinny. And I'm looking at these tornadoes. I'm like, oh my God. Oh, it's starting. It's, you know, the weather's changing. The sky's getting dark. Okay, it's about to go down. No, it's the skinniest tornado you've ever seen. And I'm like, what is this?
Yeah, I do feel like in some ways they went a little. So I feel like it was less, what's it called? Like end of the world type film.
Yes.
And more like actual film.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Which is not bad.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
But I really do like those dramatic scenes because
Yeah.
I feel like it contributes to the movie.
Yes.
It's like, it's a disaster film.
Disaster, yeah.
So where's the disaster at?
You're like, it's not enough of a disaster.
No. and you know, I was in the car with my sister. We were talking about it and I was saying, you know, maybe I'm just thinking too hard about it. Maybe I'm just comparing it too much to the first one, which I shouldn't. Because the first one had massive tornadoes.
Yeah.
I mean, destruction.
Yeah.
Ooh, like, oh. But this one, you know, the storyline was good. I
Yeah.
will give it that. And
Yeah.
the actors all did like a phenomenal job. Like, it was just, it really had me into the film.
Yeah, I really loved it. What else did you say?
I actually watched Joker for the first time
Ooh.
because I know that Joker 2 is coming out.
Yeah.
And I want to watch Joker 2.
Okay.
Because I love Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
So when I found out that she was Harley Quinn, I was like, okay, I have to watch this film.
Yeah.
So I had never watched Joker. So I watched it this week and I freaking loved it.
Yeah, it's
It was
so
such a
good.
good movie.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Like, what's his name? Joaquin Phoenix?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. His acting was phenomenal.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
amazing.
goodness.
He's an amazing actor in like everything he's ever done.
No, yes. Like, by the end of the movie, I literally had chills.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, oh my goodness, this guy, he should have won awards. I don't know if he did. But,
I think he was nominated at least.
oh my God, but it was just such a great performance. And the storyline was something that I had never, you know, really seen before.
Yeah.
I think that it took like a whole new direction with Joker. Like looking at his backstory.
Yeah.
So that was really interesting.
Yes. I love what they did with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm looking forward to that, to the second one as well. Because I too am a big fan of the Joker with Joaquin Phoenix. And I'm interested to see where they go with this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The trailer is kind of like not giving away too much.
Yeah.
But that's what I like
Yes,
too.
me too.
I love that. But at the same time, it's like, kind of what it's going to be about, but you don't know how they're going to execute it.
Exactly.
Which that's what I like when trailers.
Yeah.
You know how I feel about trailers nowadays.
Yep.
I feel like they tell you the whole freaking movie.
Exactly.
And that pisses me off.
Me
but
too.
for this one, it's like, oh, okay. I
Yeah.
gotta find out. I gotta watch it to find out what it's gonna be about.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. What anything else you saw?
I saw the Lego Batman movie.
I love the Lego Batman movie.
Yeah, one of my friends, she's been wanting me to watch it, which is really funny because I didn't plan to see Joker, and it's just really weird how like I watched the Lego Batman movie and then I watched like the Joker with Joaquin Phoenix after. Like I had no intention to do that, but it was on Max and I was like, oh, okay, I'll watch this, and then I was like, oh, so imagine watching Lego Batman movie and then watching Joaquin Phoenix's Joker right after. But Lego Batman was really funny. It was really fun.
Yes.
It's something that I normally wouldn't put on. But I had a blast watching that movie.
It is such a fun movie.
And I was really surprised at how much I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. When I saw it, I'm a huge Batman fan. So like when I saw it, I was like, I'm going to say it just because it's Batman. Like, oh God. And then I'm like, what? This is awesome.
It was so funny.
Yeah.
Like his little quirky like lines.
Yes.
And it was so different because I feel like I grew up watching like The Dark Knight and stuff like that. And Batman was always so serious.
Yeah.
But seeing this Batman, like he was kind of, funny.
Yep.
And I was like, this is kind of nice.
Yeah. Yeah. I do love the Lego Batman movie.
But that's about it. That's all I watched this week.
Well, there is something else you watched that I also watched.
Yes.
And it is called I Can Smell You. No.
Bye. Bye. No, because I've been saying that to my sister all week. As a joke. Wait, and tell me why she went into work yesterday and her coworker said the same thing.
Really?
Yes. And my sister was like, not you too. Like, it's become such an iconic line.
Yes. What we're talking about is, of course, the Deliverance on Netflix, which, if you have not seen this movie, wow. I loved it. It is from Lee Daniels, who is a celebrated writer, director. It is, I would say it's his first horror movie. I mean, if you look at his other work, he's done Monsters Ball, The Woodsman, Shadowboxer, Precious, The Butler, Pimp, United States vs. Billie Holiday. I mean, this is his first horror movie. I loved it. It stars Oscar-winning celebrated actress Glenn Close in the craziest role. I was floored. First of all, I didn't realize it was Glenn Close when I watched the trailer. And then to be honest, so just to give, if you haven't listened to it or you haven't watched it, listening, it follows the Jackson family in Indiana. They move into a house where they start experiencing like strange occurrences that eventually convince them that there's something more going on. And it's based on a true story.
Which is wild.
Which is crazy wild. And, Monique's in it too. Omar Epps. Andra Day, who I love. She sings that song Rise Up.
Oh, she does?
Yeah, she wrote and sang that song. Ingenue Ellis Taylor, who I just had on a couple of weeks ago on the show.
Oh, fun.
So when I saw the trailer, let me put it this way. I was like, is that a white woman playing a black woman? When talking about the grandmother, when I was watching the trailer, I'm like, is the color of my TV messed up? Like, what is going on? And then I Google it, and I'm like, that's not Glenn Close. Like, what are you talking about? That was not Glenn Close in that trailer. And then I go to the Wikipedia page, and I'm like, that's Glenn Close. And so then I'm like, I hope that she is not playing a black woman.
Because that would be problematic.
Right. Extremely problematic.
Yep.
So I'm like, she is a legend. There's no way that she was like,
Would allow that to happen.
That's like essentially like playing black face. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, there's no way. And Lee Daniels is a, black creator, director, writer, producer. Like, he wouldn't do that.
No, he wouldn't allow that.
So I'm like, what am I missing here?
What am I missing?
I'm like, there's something, like, what is wrong? Like, I don't get it. So then I started watching the film, and then I'm like, okay, I don't understand what's happening. Like, obviously she's not wearing blackface. Like, I realized that once I start. But I'm like, is she supposed to be playing a black woman? Like, her daughter is black, blah, 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 which could be adopted or whatever. But everything about it, I was just very confused. So then I Googled it, and the director, Lee Daniels, said that every black person knows a person like Alberta in their community, meaning like that white woman or person, but I think he might have said woman, that white woman who, is very ingrained in the black culture, dates like mostly exclusively black men, that sort of thing. So she was actually playing that person. So that made me feel better, because I'm like, okay, I'm not watching racism for fun. But having said that, she was amazing.
She was really good.
Amazing.
Her performance in that role had me gave me chills.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially the ending scene.
Yes.
That scene was powerful.
Yes. And the whole film, like, it was almost like there was two separate films that were kind of combined in one. Like, I feel like the first half was like a drama.
Yes.
Where I'm like, okay.
I got Tyler Perry kind of vibes in the first half.
Yeah. With that
kind of like the dramatics of it.
Exactly. Because, no spoilers here, but for you listening, the film basically is, in the beginning is, there's questions on if this mother is abusing her children. And Alberta, her mother, also starts questioning it because all this weird stuff is happening. So it's very much like wait, where's the horror? Where's this? For me, anyway. I mean, obviously it's a real life horror.
No, I felt like that too, because then you had CPS coming in.
Exactly.
And then you had questions, like, then there was a weird photographer that was outside. Yeah. And it's just, what's going on here? I'm just so confused.
Exactly. Yeah. But it had me on the edge of my seat the entire time. Even like the drama part. Yeah. Like the first half, I was like, oh my gosh, like, is she?
No, I texted you.
Yeah.
I was like, to answer me this, like, is she really abusing her kids?
Yeah. Yeah. And that's how I was when I watched it. Yeah. I'm like, no, like, she's just a single mother, like, trying to do her best. Like, no, she wouldn't do that. And then I'm like, maybe she would. Like, I'm just like, it's so good.
Had me doubting.
Yes.
My initial, reaction to it.
Exactly. And then, again, no spoilers, but Glenn Close, the whole thing, I don't even know. You have to watch it. Did you like it? You didn't like it?
I mean, I thought it was okay.
Okay. That's all right. I didn't make it, so I'm not like personally offended.
I'm trying to explain why.
Okay.
Why? I mean, I think that it was okay. I was just confused. I don't like movies where I'm confused, like the majority of the film, because I like to know what's going on. I like it when the characters are confused, but I know why.
So you don't like mystery movies?
I do. That's the thing, though. I do. I like knowing what the characters know.
Okay.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
The characters didn't know what the heck was going on.
Yeah.
And neither did I.
Yeah.
But I don't like being completely lost in a film.
Okay.
Where the characters are because then I feel like I'm lost, you're lost.
What's happening?
I don't even know how to describe this right now. So I think that the beginning kind of made me a little bit bored.
Okay.
I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
And I was trying to figure it out. But it was just not really explaining anything, which I guess was the point.
Yeah.
To, build up to the end, which was, that really made it okay.
Yeah.
This is picking up, thank God. But overall, I mean, it was okay.
Okay. And see, I loved it. I love not knowing because I love like twists and turns and stuff. So especially if the characters don't know, because I'm like,
yeah.
Ooh. Like, as long as, now, I'm going to give this a caveat, that as long as the director and writer and all knows what's going on. Like, if they're just winging it and it doesn't tie in at the end.
You can feel that.
Like, screw that. You just wasted my time in life.
Mm-hmm.
But as long as they have a real plan where it all ties together, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like on the edge of my seat the whole time.
Really?
I loved it. Yeah. Yeah, I really, really loved it. The end, I thought it was so insane.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I wanted you to watch it.
Yeah.
And since this episode isn't about that, I don't want to give any spoilers.
Mm-hmm.
But the film at the end, I'm like, what? What did I just watch?
Yeah.
I mean, I loved it, but I'm like, that was nutso.
Mm-hmm.
And the performances, especially Glenn Close, and I've been practicing that, by the way. I won't say it,
No,
but
don't
like,
say it.
No,
Don't even do the voice.
You don't like the voice?
No, I don't like any of the voices.
I can smell you.
No, they remind me of Tickle Terry, and we don't want to bring that back. No.
Tickle Terry.
Walk out of here.
The return of Tickle Terry.
And the Deliverance. Could you imagine?
Oh my God.
Wait, why does that impression kind of sound like Close?
Yeah.
No, now I'm gonna think about it so differently.
Oh my God. Yeah. Oh my God. Yes. There's so many ways that could go, but we're nice God-fearing people, so we won't go there. Anyway, so yeah, that was The Deliverance. I highly recommend you watch it if you have not. If you're on the iHeartRadio app, you can use the talkback button and it sends a voicemail right to me. And we may just play your talkback right here on the show. If you're not on the iHeartRadio app, which you should be, you can go to podcast.popcultureweekly.com and there's a button there that you can send in a voicemail and let me know what you think. I want to know what you think about The Deliverance. All right. So we're going to take a quick break. And when we get back, we're going to dive right in to Friday the 13th, the franchise. All right. Welcome back. Thank you for hanging out with us. And thank you for supporting our sponsors who help make Pop Culture Weekly possible each and every week. Now is our feature presentation. Hit it. All right. Our feature presentation is Friday the 13th, the franchise.
Mm-hmm.
You and I are huge Friday the 13th fans, huge Jason Voorhees fans.
Yes. I love everything about this franchise.
Me too. Like, there is... So let's get into some interesting things first.
Okay.
So, did you know that the producer and director Sean Cunningham of Friday the 13th, the original one, his inspiration was actually Halloween, the film Halloween?
Yes.
You did?
I did know that.
Okay.
Let me tell you why.
Okay.
So there's a YouTuber called Dead Meat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I watch his videos all the time after I watch a movie, and he has a whole entire Friday the 13th franchise.
Oh.
So like he has a whole a video series of the Friday the 13th franchise, and he actually explains backstory of the movie, and that's how I found out. Because there's a lot of Halloween references in the Friday movies, you know, and when I piece it all together, like when I watch Halloween and then when I watched Friday, I saw them.
I'm gonna have to watch his thing on Friday the 13th.
Yeah, it's very informative
Yeah.
because I don't pick up things like that.
Yeah, me either.
So I have to watch someone who's essentially like an expert, like explain it. And once I see it and once I hear it, I piece it together like, oh, you know what? That makes sense.
It's funny that you say that because I'm the same way. Like, I watched this one film and I talked to some friends in LA that are film critics. They were like, I loved how the color red represented power and then blue represented blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, what?
Okay, that is me when it comes to design, but not movies.
You recognize that or don't?
Yes, I do recognize that. Like the design aspects, like the colors, the fonts, the music. Like I recognize that, but not the references or not the inspirations that come from other movies.
Or even not even other movies. Like, so using the same example that I'm talking about, they were like, so what was the movie? Mother. Anyway, after talking to my friends that are film critics, they're like, I love how she represented Eve and he represented Adam and blah, blah. I'm like, what? They were like, you didn't get that? And it was like the Garden of Eden and I'm like, no, there was no garden. And they were like, yeah, no, it's like philosophical. And I'm like
what? References?
Representing.
Oh, okay.
Like she represented Eve and the male character represented Adam and their house represented the Garden of Eden. And I'm like, I didn't get any of that.
Yeah, I don't think I get those things.
Yeah, I'm like, what? Like, I just thought it was about a haunted house. Yeah. What are you talking about? Like,
yeah.
What? So yeah, I'm an idiot apparently when it comes to that stuff. So I'm glad to know somebody else is like that too.
Yeah, for sure.
But anyway, back to Friday the 13th. So did you know that he actually started advertising it before he even had the financing to make it? He was so sure that this was going to be made.
I didn't know that part.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And it was originally called Long Night at Camp Blood.
Yes, I did know that.
Yeah, which is pretty interesting. And did you know that almost all of it was filmed in Pennsylvania?
Yes, I did know that.
So the camp in the films, which is Camp
Crystal Lake.
Thank you. Oh my God.
Camp Crystal Lake
is actually in real life called Camp Novi Bosco. And so I went there.
No, you're going there?
I already did.
Okay, because I'm going there.
Are you?
This October.
It's so much fun.
Oh, I cannot.
You go to see all like where they film different scenes. It's so much, and you can like take pictures doing.
Yes,
it's awesome. But yeah, so just those were just some fun things. There's been 12 Friday the 13th or Friday the 13th related movies. Jason Voorhees has killed over 150 people in them, which is wild. But in Friday the 13th and Friday the 13th, A New Beginning, Jason Voorhees doesn't kill anybody.
Yes.
That's pretty wild. A lot of people don't realize that Jason isn't the villain in Friday the 13th. You know what I mean? I think there's a misconception with a lot of people. I don't know if it's just been so long since they've seen him or they're mixing them all together or whatever, but it's his mom.
Yeah.
You know?
Mrs. Voorhees.
Exactly. Why do you love, what got you into Friday the 13th?
Oh, let me see. I think because it's such an old franchise and, you know, I was born in 2000. So I think that in the early 2000s, there's not really a lot of franchises that are as original as this or are similar in this way. I think that all the iconic serial killers, not serial killers. Well, yeah, I guess serial killers.
Yeah.
I guess all the iconic serial killers in horror films are all from the 80s and the 90s, like Freddy Krueger, Jason, Michael, Ghostface.
Yeah.
And we don't really have
Chucky.
Yeah, we don't really have any prominent serial killers in horror franchises past 2000s that are really well known.
Art the Clown.
No.
Have you seen Terrifier?
Oh wait. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but your point. To your point. It's rare.
It's rare.
Yeah.
It's really rare. And whenever people, talk about Halloween, or whenever you hear the word Halloween, and whenever you see, go into a spirit, it's always the main OG killers that I just said.
Yeah.
And to this day, they're still representing this whole entire, I guess, holiday.
Yeah. And
they're so old.
Yeah.
But they're so iconic.
Yes.
And I know that Jason, in my opinion, is probably one of the most iconic because his franchise is massively long.
Yeah.
And it has such good storytelling. And the kills are just from where they took place back in their day were very good, in my opinion. And it's just, yes, the acting can be a little questionable or some scenes may be a little weird, but that's just the 80s.
Yeah.
That's the whole vibe of the 80s.
Yeah.
So it's like, it just makes it very different because I feel like we're not going to be able to have that, authenticity from the 80s because we're in 2024.
Right.
So that's why I like it.
Yeah. When did you first watch?
I first watched it in 2021.
Okay, so relatively recently.
Yes.
And was it like you were just like, oh, let's put this on, or?
Okay, no. My friend, so in the summer of 2021, my friend, who's a massive film nerd. She loves all horror films and everything, and we made it a goal to get me to watch films that I had never seen before. And if you know me, you know that I barely have seen any films. So she made this whole entire list of all the films that she wanted me to watch, and Friday franchise was on there. So when I first watched the Friday the 13th franchise, I'm not going to lie to you, I hated it.
Really?
I hated it. It was so boring to me. I didn't understand what was happening. And then when I found out that Mrs. Voorhees was the killer in the end, I felt stupid because I thought it was Jason this whole time. And I felt duped, and, you know, the movie just didn't appeal to me. It wasn't until, you know, I guess a year later that I rewatched it, and I don't know what clicked. I don't know what changed. I don't know if I went through something. I don't know what happened, but I rewatched them, and I was thinking to myself, why am I such a hater? These are actually kind of good, you know? Like, I don't understand what made me change my mind so quick. Maybe it was just when I watched them the first time. Maybe I just was not interested. Yeah. But after rewatching them and really getting into the storyline, it was like, whoa, this is so cool. And plus, you don't think about how Jason is, you know, he's a kid at heart. Yeah. You know, which is wild to me. Yeah. You know, that he's like
kind of stuck emotionally.
Yes. Yeah. And there's not really a lot of killers like that who are like children at heart. Yeah. And that was just so interesting. Yeah. To see this grown man that has the mind of a child doing these heinous acts. Right. You know, so that was something that was completely different to me. And it just, the storyline, like I said, was just so great.
Sorry, I don't know what happened. I love that for you. I mean, that sounds so sarcastic, but I didn't mean it like that. I love that, like, you watched it and was like, oh, whatever, and then like rediscovered it and was like, oh, okay,
this is good.
Yeah. So I was a kid, was not allowed to watch horror movies, but I believe that I was at a friend's house and we ended up watching it. And one, it's like it's kind of like that forbidden thing, like, you know, my mom will kill me if she knows I'm watching this sort of thing. So I'm like, ooh. And then I was like, oh, this is scary. You know what I mean? And then as I got old enough to watch them later and became like a huge horror fan, I like really appreciated, first of all, the kills are very creative.
Yes,
you know, like
extremely.
And I love how, you know, with the 80s, it wasn't like we have, you know, visual effects like we do today. It's like a lot of those kills and effects were practical. Like I was reading that a lot of the guts and all that stuff was made in the kitchen by the staff at the camp. So like they were like baking like brains or whatever. And
that's crazy.
Yeah. So like they were literally like making everything by hand, which is like pretty cool.
You don't see that no more.
No. Yeah. I mean, now it's like, oh, you don't even have a knife. They like digitally put it in your hand. You know what I mean? It's like all kind of fake. So I love that it kind of has that spirit of like, we're small filmmakers, but we're going to make the movie we want to make. And if we have to make it by hand, we'll do it. Like, I love that. And then it's that, like you said, it's that kind of like stuck in, it's like the opposite, meaning like you have this horrible killing machine, but this innocent, like childlike mentality. And then you think about the backstory where it's like tragic and he's like stuck like a child forever. Yes. You know, and everything that happened to him, like the bullying and all that. And it's like, I just think it makes for a really interesting, like Ghostface. I love Ghostface, but we know nothing about him.
Oh, yeah, until the end. Right. Where they do the whole spiel of why they're doing the killing spree.
And then there's like, the next movie, there's another Ghostface. Yeah. So it's like...
It's always different.
Yeah. So like, you know, he has, I think, a really interesting, rich backstory, you know, which is cool to me. And so even the bad Friday the 13th movies, I still love. Like Friday the 13th Part 3. The 3D one.
I love that one.
I mean, I love it, but is it a great movie?
No.
Like, no, but it's still a movie I love and I enjoy watching.
Mm-hmm.
It like didn't win any Oscars, you know what I mean? But like it wasn't trying to. It was just trying to be Friday the 13th Part 3.
And it contributes to the storyline.
Exactly.
You know, that's such an iconic movie because when you think about it, that's when 3D effects were starting to pop off.
Yeah.
In the film industry. So that was one movie where you can really tell based off all their effects. And also that's the movie where he gets his hockey mask.
Yes. Yeah, Part 3. That's another thing people don't realize. He wasn't even the killer in Part 1. In Part 2, he wore a bag over his head.
He wore that sack. Yeah. That had one eye.
Yeah. Part 3 is the one where he gets the mask, the iconic hockey mask. And that's the other thing. His mask, like Ghostface has such a unique mask. I mean, now obviously you can buy it at Walmart, but like it's like besides Ghostface, it's just besides the costume, it's like very unique.
Yes.
Freddy Krueger has this like deformed, that's just like a mask that you could like get at any, sporting goods store. Like, it's like such a common thing.
Yeah.
Then to make it so menacing is like creepy, I think, it just adds to everything. It's interesting to me that Friday the 13th, Part 1 came out in 80. Part 2 came out in 81. Part 3 came out in 82. Then they skipped a year. And then Part 4, which was supposed to be the final chapter, came out in 84. Then 85, 86, they released one. Skipped 87. Then 88, 89, they released one. Then 90, 91, 92, skipped. And then the final Friday came out in 93, which, of course, was not the final Friday. Then Jason X, then Freddy vs. Jason. Then Friday the 13th, the kind of reboot / reimagining.
Oh, yeah, that one.
Which came out in 2009, but that's the last film we've had in the franchise. So what was that? 19? That was like 15 years ago?
Yeah.
We're way overdue.
Yes. And he's still iconic.
Yes.
Which is insane.
It is. It just tells you like the legacy of... Oh my God. That just like shows you the legacy of the character. You know what I mean? And by the way, can we talk about Pamela Voorhees, Mrs. Voorhees?
Yes.
She is crazy. And the actress, Betsy Palmer, who apparently was like a very big, well-known Broadway actress, like seriously, she took her role like super serious and like wanted it to be like dramatic and real and rich and all.
Yes.
And I feel like that really helped because she really holds that movie together, like playing this not tragic mother, but
this grieving
mother that's like, I will do anything to avenge my child.
Yeah.
And
you can tell that she's a little bit mentally insane too, because remember when she was mimicking his voice?
Yeah.
So she has some insane trauma that she hasn't sorted out, obviously.
Right.
That I guess killing these teenagers is helping her in a way.
Yeah. I mean, and so I really think that she, without Betsy Palmer being such a strong actress in that film, I don't think it would have, I don't think we'd know Friday the 13th as we do today, like the entire franchise. You know, I think she was so vital to that first film. And then it's kind of risky to go from Part 1, where the killer is Mrs. Voorhees, to then Part 2, where it's her son.
Because that made no sense.
Right. I mean, like, it was risky to be like, Amanda, you're the killer in the first one, and it was a big hit, and blah, blah, blah. Oh, well, now, John, you're going to be the killer in the second. You know what I mean? Like, it's like kind of risky because Halloween, every film was Michael Myers. And to go from like, hey, we have this big hit, let's completely get a different killer and not, magically bring her back or resuscitate her or something. I don't know. I think without her, it would not have gone the way that it did. So thank God for that. Also, did you know that the music that comes from her line in the film?
Her line?
Okay. So the composer, Harry Manfredini, he was looking for like some kind of cool sound that he could put in the film whenever the killer was there. So he heard Mrs. Voorhees, when she was imitating Jason going, kill her, mommy,
Yes.
he decided to use that. So he took the 2 syllables from that line of dialogue and then he spoke them himself and then made that iconic sound that was.
What? That's insane.
Yeah. So it's the k-k-k's from the kill her.
Yeah.
And the is from mommy.
Oh my goodness.
So whenever you hear the killer, it's.
Wait, why is that so creative?
Isn't that super
I feel
creative?
like people don't do that kind of stuff nowadays.
No. Now they would be like, doot on the keyboard and plop it in there. You know what I mean?
That is so creative. See, that's why I like the old film.
Yeah.
Because back in the day, you didn't have this technology to kind of like cut your way through stuff. You had to actually think about it.
Exactly. Yeah.
So interesting.
And we still could do that today, but it's like oftentimes we don't. You know what I mean? Like it's easier just to get on a computer and have something whipped up than you be like, wait a second, let me think about the coolest way to do this.
Let's digest this.
Exactly.
No.
Yeah. So I love that. I love it. But anyway, yeah, so I love that part of it. That because to me that sound is so iconic. You know what I mean? I mean, you hear it a million times in the movie. What is your favorite Friday the 13th film?
It's probably the final chapter.
Okay.
I do really like the final chapter.
Okay.
Where they introduce Tommy.
Yeah.
Oh, that movie was so good.
Yeah, and it was essentially supposed to, and I love how it picks up immediately after part 3.
Yes.
It's not like, oh, a year later or anything. It's like, nope, part 3 ends and part 4 starts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. And I love how they return to Crystal Lake in that one. Tommy is awesome. He's a great character.
I like the movies that have him as like the main character.
Yeah.
Like those 3 movies in the franchise. I just thought that his character was just so interesting.
Yeah.
Because in the movie, like you see him and you also see him grow up.
Yep.
You see him as a little child and then you see him as like an adult and how he's like going through this trauma that he has. And it's just so interesting because you really don't see that because all of the characters in Friday the 13th are killed by Jason.
Yeah.
Or his mom.
Yeah.
And it's like you don't really see a character development go.
Right.
Except for Tommy.
Him, yeah.
Which was so interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting. And that, of course, was Corey Feldman, who played Tommy, who is, he's Corey Feldman. I don't know how else to describe him. But so I think the original is probably my first one just because it kind of started it all. I also think Jason Takes Manhattan, which was
so fun.
which was what was it, 8, part 8? Yeah. I also think that was interesting because it's like you get away from the small town thing. I feel like I mean people can correct me if I'm wrong, use the talkback button on the iHeart app. But I feel like there wasn't really a slasher in a big city before that movie. You know what I mean? Like Halloween was always in Haddontown or whatever. And like all, Texas Chainsaw Massacre was like in Texas. It was like you never saw a slasher movie that had the killer in a big city like that.
Very public, very open.
So now, of course, we had the latest Scream film.
That was such a good movie.
Yeah, I love this new Screams. But that took place, but like, excuse me, I feel like that wouldn't have happened without Friday the 13th, part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan. You know what I mean? So I think that one was cool. Jason X, I haven't seen it.
Wait, is that when he's in space?
Yeah.
Okay, I hate it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, since probably whenever it came out or whenever I, came on DVD or something.
Yeah. I never even finished it. I'm not even going to lie to you.
Yeah, I feel like I should probably give it a rewatch just to like see as an adult like what it's like, but I remember thinking it was just dumb.
It was stupid.
Yeah.
It made no sense.
It was just like a excuse to be like, let's do Friday the 13th in space. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Which, I don't know.
You know, I can commend the Friday franchise for trying new things.
Yes.
Like getting new killers, like introducing a new main character and watching their development, doing Jason Takes Manhattan. Those are all new things.
Yep.
But space,
Yeah.
that there is no correlation with that at
Yeah.
all. You know, and it just made no sense. And I don't even understand. I don't even know how that even got approved. Like, that's just insane to me.
So apparently Todd Farmer, who's the writer of Jason X, Jason 10, whatever you want to call it, he suggested to New Line Cinema, who was making it, that the only direction left for the series, because they had done everything else, was to send him into space. And it was released in 2002, and it was made on a budget of $14 million, and it grossed $17 million. So it didn't even break even in theaters. And it is essentially, for like kind of solo films at the time, killed the franchise.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because then after that, we got Freddy vs. Jason, which I love.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got 7 years after Jason X, we got Friday the 13th, kind of the rebootish thing in 2009. So, and then we haven't had anything since, which sucks so bad. By the way, did you know that there was a Friday the 13th series?
Yes, I did. The TV show?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever watch it?
No, I haven't.
So it ran for 3 seasons. It has nothing to do with the Friday the 13th franchise. It's about these 2 cousins who like inherit an antique store, and then after they sell all of the antiques off,
Mm-hmm.
they find out that all the items were haunted or whatever.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so then they like work together to recover the things they sold and bring them back to like a secret vault where they won't hurt anybody. Or whatever.
Okay, that kind of sounds interesting.
It is, but it has nothing. So originally it was going to be called The 13th Hour. So they changed the title to Friday the 13th, the series, to kind of have a built-in audience for the show.
Oh, that has nothing to do with the franchise.
Even though it has nothing to do with it at all.
That is kind of...
Yeah. No character that has ever been in a Friday the 13th film appears in Friday the 13th, the series, which is just strange. But, you know, that's like having a Lion King movie, the series, and it being about like, people, lawyers in a courtroom or something, just be like, well, the Lion King was popular, so let's make this. It's just like dumb. So, anyway.
They must have been desperate.
Yeah.
Or something.
It was the same studio that made the films that made the TV show. So, I mean, like they obviously could, but to me, it just didn't make sense.
Yeah.
Or doesn't make sense. But I feel like, I know I watched like the first season, and I feel like it was pretty like good for its own thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like it was interesting. So yeah, there's that. And then of course there's been all kinds of things like book tie-ins and video games. There was rumors of a Freddy vs. Jason 2.
Ooh.
Yeah, which would have been awesome. Of course, the ending of Freddy vs. Jason hinted that there was going to be one, and then it has never come. But there is apparently in production right now, there is a prequel coming to Peacock called Crystal Lake. So it was originally set to be written by Brian Fuller and Victor Miller, who was involved with the franchise from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And A24, which is one of my favorite film studios, like all their movies are so good, was also going to be involved. And then Adrienne King, who was in a couple of the first films, was going to come back in the series. It was going to be, she portrayed Alice in the
Yes.
Friday the 13th one.
The original.
Yeah. And
Wait, she was going to come back as her character?
they didn't say.
Because her character died.
Exactly,
in
yeah.
the second movie.
Well, this was a prequel, too.
Oh,
so she could have been her, but she would have been like 40 years older. So I don't,
yeah,
who knows?
that's kind of weird.
Yeah, so maybe it was like going to be her mom or something, you know? But now A24 has left the series, which sucks because I love A24.
Oh, okay.
And the studio has decided to take Crystal Lake in a different direction. So now, as of last month, Universal announced that Brad Caleb Kane is going to be taking over as the showrunner, writer, director, and he's done. He's interesting choice to me because like his resume is like, actually he did Aladdin's singing voice in the Aladdin movies, the Disney Aladdin movies. He has written though, Crash, that show Fringe, which is really good. Tokyo Vice, which was a series a couple years ago that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm concerned that it's had all of these problems, and they still don't even have a cast, and it's been in development for since 2022. They announced that it was coming.
That's been a while.
Yeah. So I mean, we're already 2 years past when they announced it, and they've now had a studio leave, the showrunner leave, still no cast, and they're in pre-production starting over again. So I don't know what's going to happen with that, but I was really excited when I heard the original concept. That would be awesome. And then in January of 2023, Jeff Locker, who's a writer, said that with Sean S. Cunningham, who was the son of the original writer, pitched a new Friday the 13th reboot that would also be an alternate direct sequel to the original film. So kind of like, do you know the new Halloween movies, like from a few years ago?
The Rob Zombie
No,
movies?
the newer ones.
Newer ones?
From like, I think the last one came out, Halloween Kills, Halloween
Oh, yeah,
Ends.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that, like those take place directly after the original film and skip everything else. This would be kind of the same thing. So it would be a sequel / reboot of the franchise. It would be a reboot of the franchise, but it would also serve as a sequel to the first one and ignore all the ones that came after that.
Oh, that's interesting.
I think that would be really interesting.
Okay. Yeah, because I know that Halloween has the Witch's Hour and it has the other stuff.
Yeah.
But you can watch Halloween Kills, and Halloween Ends and be fine.
Exactly.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it would get rid of things like Jason X and, you know, and some cool things like
the other. I kind of like the other ones.
I know, but maybe they would take some of those good parts and
Expand
update them.
on
You know what I mean? So as of May, Sean Cunningham is saying that it'll be at least 3 years till it comes out. So we're looking at 25, 26, 27.
Why is everything taking so long
know.
for Jason? He's such a complicated character for these people.
I know. A lot of it came down to they were fighting the original people because like the original film, Friday the 13th was released by Paramount, I believe. And then a bunch of the sequels were released by a different studio. Like they sold the rights, but kept the rights for the films they had already made. So then it became like a lawsuit about, well, who really owns it? Who really owns the character? And like all this stuff.
Yeah.
So there's been all these like legal battles where it's just like, guys, do you guys want to make money or not?
Yeah.
Like, why don't you work it out? Because right now you're making $0.
Yeah. I've read a little bit about that kind of stuff because my friend who's the film critic or whatever, she was talking about this game that she loved.
Yes.
And she's so bitter about.
They killed it.
Yeah, they killed it. And I've never really understood it. I've never understood like what happened with this game, you know, and she's very passionate about it.
Yeah.
Because she said it was really fun.
Yeah, and you could play like the campers or you could play Jason. Like you could it was really
And
cool.
you can't play it anymore?
It not officially, it's been killed and support has been pulled and all that. Apparently people have found ways, but it's like super complicated and all that.
But was it killed because of copyright issues?
Yes, it was legal issues that killed it.
Wow.
Yep. Which is like,
crazy.
do you guys want to make money on this or not?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it just seems stupid to me.
Yeah, and I feel like whenever I look up why Jason hasn't returned, I get so many articles about legal issues, and I'm like, I don't really want to read all this. I just don't, I don't know what's going on. I just know that it's a legal issue, but I don't know the backstory. I don't know the details of it.
You want the TLDR?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to know. All I want to see is this guy in a hockey mask just chopping up kids or teenagers. Let me just say that, not kids.
Right.
Teenagers. I love kids. I just want
But you
him
hate
to,
teenagers?
No, listen. You know what? I just want to see this guy committing murders. You know, whoever gets in his way at this point is whoever gonna go. But no, I love kids. And Jason actually doesn't kill kids.
Right.
He doesn't. That was discovered in the movie with that telekinetic girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one. I liked that one too.
Yeah, that was.
And he doesn't kill kids. But I thought was kind of nice. I was like, okay, Jason has a soft spot for children, but it makes sense given what happened to him as a child.
Exactly.
Which, you know, when I first, listen, Jason can be unpredictable sometimes. So when I first saw the scene of him walking into that cabin filled with children, I was thinking, oh my God, what is he gonna do? Mm-hmm. And when he was getting closer and the music was playing, I was like, oh my God, don't tell me. And when, you know, the little girl opened her eyes and he was gone, I was like, aw, that's kind of cute.
Oh my God.
Okay, that's kind of cute.
Oh, the deformed serial killer is so cute.
Yeah. Does Michael kill kids? I think he does.
I'm trying to remember. I think in the.
But he doesn't kill babies. Because I remember there was one scene where he walked by a crib and the baby was crying and he just passed it.
That's the scene I'm thinking of. But didn't he pass it and the baby stopped crying, which means he killed him? Or am I imagining?
No, I don't think he did kill him. I just think the baby got scared.
Oh, all right.
But I think he does kill kids.
I think he does.
I think, but not babies. So, like, when does Michael deem, you know, the appropriate age?
I don't know.
Like, toddlers or?
What if it's an ugly kid?
Oh,
just ugly kids.
Well, Jason and Michael are going to have issues. But
your baby's ugly.
Yeah.
That's so mean. It's sick that we're even talking about that.
It is.
Oh, my God.
But we do not condone any of that.
Of course,
in real life.
That's the fun thing about horror for me is like I can get scared about this stuff, but know that it's safe. It's not really happening. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like, oh my God, he did that, or oh my God, that's crazy, or wow, look at that creative kill. But knowing that that's not really happening.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, any final thoughts on the Friday the 13th franchise?
I just wish that they would come out with another movie.
Yes.
Or a series or a game, something. I need something.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, we need content creators. Come on. This is a storied, beloved franchise, and you haven't had something come out since, what did we say, 2009? 15 years? That's ridiculous.
Which the remake wasn't even that good.
Right.
In my opinion. Because I feel like when I first watched it, Jason started running within the first 5 minutes.
Right.
And I was like, oh my God, he's on steroids.
Yeah. That was like
he was
super
like,
Jason.
No, for real. It was like an NFL linebacker. Like Jason's there like hauling butt. And I was like, whoa. This man is on something.
Yeah.
That was such a shock to me that it started off with him being so athletic.
Right. Yeah.
Doing like I was like, oh my God, okay.
He's doing, I guess, like push-ups in the off season.
No,
like,
for real. He was just so built.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. It's hard to imagine as someone who probably eats like dead animals, you know.
And berries.
Like, you're so built. Okay, maybe genetics. I don't know. Pamela Voorhees, what were your genetics? I don't know.
All right. So Amanda's final thoughts are more content. My final thoughts are more content. We need more Friday the 13th content.
Yes.
I can't wait to hear what you have to say. Please use the TalkBack app on the iHeartRadio app. Use the TalkBack button on the iHeartRadio app. Email me, tweet, whatever it is, we want to feature you on the show. And reach out. Let me know your thoughts on the Friday the 13th franchise. What are your favorites? And all right, that's it for this week. I love you. See you next week. We are.
Thank you for listening to Pop Culture Weekly. Hear all the latest at popcultureweekly.com.